Welcome to Quilting Mathematics. I'm Elaine Krajinski Ellison, and I am a mathematical quilter. I've been quilting mathematical ideas since the early 1980s when I began to use the quilts in the classroom, and these were basically springboards for my ideas. It was very easy to use the quilts in teaching, and if you have some things you would like to make into a mathematical quilt, I by all means suggest that you do. You can always do paper ones also. Mine happen to be sewn. This series is a series of 22 quilts. The 22 that I have access to are only a part of my collection. Probably have 65 that I've done, but I only have access to the 22, so that's why you're going to see 22 different quilts in this series. This particular golden rectangle with the Fibonacci sequence is 66 inches across, 43 inches down. The proportions on this happen to be a 1 to 1.618, which is considered the golden ratio. The Greeks knew about the golden ratio at least 5th century BC, used the golden ratio in their temples, also in their sculpture, and also many other things too, housing units and all. There are applications of the golden rectangle and golden ratio in music, in art. Artists such as Mondrian, Durer, Vermeer, Seurat in Le Corbusier's school used the golden rectangle. Architecture uses golden rectangle, many architects. Nature uses the golden rectangle in the proportions of 1 to 0.618 in plants. It's interesting that peregrine falcons actually fly this particular approximate logarithmal spiral when they're trying to zero in on their prey. And so, nature in peregrine falcons. Advertisers use the golden rectangle when they're trying to sell you things. Take a look in the grocery store when you go next time. The proportions on the box may very well be a golden rectangle, since it's very pleasing. Anatomy has the golden ratio in it. Our bodies are full of 1 to 1.618 relationships. Our face also. Even facial surgeons are using golden ratio in restructuring the face if need be. John Bernoulli was very, very interested in this particular spiral called an approximate logarithmic spiral. And an interesting story was that he wanted it put on his tombstone. So after he passed away, the tombstone maker thought he was doing the right spiral, and he put another spiral called an Archimedean spiral on the tombstone. So the moral of the story is, if you want something on your tombstone, you better draw it out for the person that's going to make that tombstone. I want to say welcome to this series. This is the first in a series of 22. I hope you have enjoyed this particular quilt. It's been very interesting for me to work on, and probably one of my first mathematical quilts. Come back and see us for the rest of the series. Have a good day.